Yes, again, it's another day. It's another day of Mikey Life, people. I'd like to welcome you to another program. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, we are talking about the bad, and of course, we are talking about the Mikey. It's such a pleasure, man, to always come on the program and to at least let you know what's happening in Grenada, Trinidad, Tobago, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, the Bahamas, the Cayman Islands, wherever it's happening. It's always good that we could come on the program and let you know what's happening. Of course, folks, at this point, we want to encourage you to share the program. See, once you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we are live. This program is being brought to you live on Facebook as well as YouTube. We are also live on cable TV. That is WPG10, channels 10 and 11. We are also live on the My Digicel app. Of course, we want to encourage everyone, if you have a family member, a friend, let them know about the program, man, and tell them how they can watch. All right. For the folks who are currently on Facebook, we always ask of you to do your civic duty and share the business so that other people will get to know that we are on. Let's take a look at the headlines for tonight. NDC protest action this Friday. Of course, they started this a while ago, and there was one, I think it was last week or the week before. You know, they're continuing. All right, so it's gonna be happening again this Friday. This time we're going up to the to St. Andrew, as well as just before coming on the program, we were picking up information about a discovery, a grim discovery of a body at Fort Judy, and we're gonna be telling you about that in a moment. I still have one of my sources working behind the scenes to get us much information as possible about this incident. Police investigating a case of piracy in Grenada waters. We're going to talk about that in a while. And Guam fishermen say that they were misled. We're going to talk about that in a while as well. Man charged with sexually assaulting wife with a broom. That's in Trinidad and Tobago. Bus drivers step up for child-friendly school initiative here in Grenada, as well as NAWASA advises of valve regulation schedule. That and more we will be telling you about when we return from a very short break right here on Mikey Live. Again, for those of you who have yet to do so, please go ahead and share the business. We are taking our first break, and when we come back, people, is real news in Olilili Lolo, so stay tuned.
They're coming from near and far to blaze the gospel in song. Saturday, October 26th, Grenada National Stadium. Get ready to break every chain. Featuring for the first time in Grenada, Grammy award-winning gospel artist Tasha Cobbs. Live from Jamaica, the sensational Jermaine Edwards. And many more. Tickets on sale now at gotofet.com. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful word.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktops, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
From the restaurant to your stomach fast. It's my money.
It's my money.
It's my money, and I need it now!
Grenada, come get your money. Oh, and did I mention 2 cars? Get ready for the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo, where you can win 2 sleek Suzuki Swift sports cars plus $40,000 in cash.
Wow!
It's an event you don't want to miss. Sunday, October 6th at the National Stadium from 5 p.m. Get your tickets for only $60 for 1 or $100 for 2. Just imagine, on Sunday, October 6th, you can walk to the venue and drive away in a Suzuki Swift sports car plus $40,000 in cash at the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Sponsored by Carol, Glenell, Mikey Live, GoToVet.com, and Waggy T Rentals and Sound Company.
That's my car.
Again, welcome to everyone on tonight's program. Although we have a lot of good things to tell you about, so you know what I want all of you to do, brace all yourself for that. You know, we try to at least strike a balance between, you know, the good, the bad, and the well, you know what. So that's what it's all about. So again, we would like to officially welcome all the first-timers to the program, all the people who have never looked at the program. I want all the regular people to tell them welcome, give them a warm welcome. And here's what now, don't make this be your first and last, you know what I mean? Come back all the time. This is a different news. That's the only media house in Grenada, in fact. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. All you. So, the colleague and thing, you know, Oslin Crosby, she making news and thing, you know, my girl call, hold me pull up a picture for all, you know. Yes, she's making news. Oslin Crosby, she's a public relations and education officer with the National Disaster Management Agency here in Grenada. She's currently in the United States participating in the U.S. Department of State's International Visitor Leadership Program, the IVLP. Now, according to the embassy, she is taking part in a 3-week project on disaster preparedness and emergency management from August 26 to September 13. So she finishing in 2 days. Let's call her and tell her bring down a little something for me, boy. The IVLP is the Department of State Premier Professional Exchange Program, which bring together emerging leaders in their respective professions to learn from how the U.S. experts in this profession operate and to share best practices with the other program fellows. Now, NADMA is responsible for coordinating all disaster-related activities in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, right? Now, Ms. Crosby organizes all media and public awareness activities for NADMA and is the official liaison between the media and the agency. So, Oslin, well, you make news, girl. You're telling me. I remember when Oslin used to read news. She used to read news on TV and things, but I used to like she eye. You know what I mean? I used to look at she eye and think she eye bright. And when she reading how she moving, she moit and thing. You know, I used to look at her and think, I one day, you know, at the day and, you know, many chick day and thing and thing. And then I did watching the news. And then I did admiring Crosby a little bit because I like how she looking. And then I didn't pay attention. And then I get one up black eye. You know what I mean? Since that, I stopped looking at the news. You're telling me? Fellas! You know what I mean? So anyway, big up Oslin, you know? Yeah, but I like she eye. Anyway, let's leave that talk there. Oh yeah. We are moving on. So Oslin again, you make Mikey live and then when you come back and then that's good. We could drink a little something, you know what I mean? Good. How we looking for time? Alright, so earlier I let Crosby alone. Now, the next thing that I have to tell all you about, boy, Andy Andal. You understand? Who is currently in Russia with his coach, Sebastian Steele, will compete in his first match on Monday, September 16 in the AIBA Men's World Boxing Championship. You understand? So that too, we want to tell all you about that big. We're just letting all you know. You know what I mean? Because all you don't know. So we go tell all you. Alright, we're going again. All you. The next thing. Oh, again, I'm gonna text something, but next thing I get myself in trouble. Yeah, tell it, be stop tagging me. Stop tagging me, leave me alone, let me do my program. Stakeholders in the public and private sector are this week receiving training in anti-money laundering and countering terrorism financing processes in preparation for Grenada's mutual evaluation review next year. Now, the 3-day training is intended to foster greater understanding of the technical issues associated with the mutual evaluation, as well as develop a structure to adequately facilitate the on-site peer review. All right. Now, this information is posted on our website. You know, we doesn't read no storybook on the page, on the program. You know what I mean? So this information is already posted on our website for those of you who are interested in reading the business. Yes, somebody say Mikey the multivitamin in full effect. If I tell all the what I drink, listen, I get so sick and thing. I don't know, like the body just get run down and thing. I say, no, I ain't going on so. So I buy a set of beet, you know what I mean? And the one buy all them beet and them in the supermarket because I tell all that. I buy a set of beet. I've been eating beet. Like beet, just I bake the beet and just eat that beet. That beet is me cheese. Well, I don't need cheese, but that beet is like me meat. You know what I mean? So real beet, nothing else, just beet. We Bonje, who tell me do that? Your boy firing on all cylinders and things. Right now, anyway, let me that talk there. Now, we have something good to tell all about the boss men. Alright? Now today, several bus drivers from various bus associations attended an appreciation ceremony to recognize their participation in the Child-Friendly Schools Initiative. Now that sounds good, right? Now here's what. These bus drivers will be displaying the Child-Friendly School Bus stickers, which promote positive messages and aim to also provide a safe bus environment for traveling students, many of whom spend a significant time commuting on the nation's buses. Now, this initiative aims to make schools and learning spaces safe and friendly spaces where children feel welcome, appreciated, where they can model good behaviors and practice healthy habits for proper growth and development. Now, we got the information from the ministry, and they are saying that they would like to thank the bus drivers for their involvement in this important drive to create safe spaces for the children. Now, according to them, approximately 17 buses are participating thus far, with stickers displaying on 14 buses to date. Now, I find that a very good initiative. You understand? And them bus drivers and the participants, they were so enthusiastic.
Bus drivers, making a difference, keeping our children safe.
Y'all look so cute. Okay, people. All right, so that one is that one. How are we looking for a time again? I'll give them people a big up, give them people a clap. Show if it was a little accident, I'll make a whole heap of noise on the program. Don't come and play all the thing. Clap, watch now. Clap, I say. No, the National Water and Sewage. Listen, I don't know what's going on in the place now. Because the place, hakatat, with any rain, season we're supposed to get in rain, thunder, and lightning, the place hakatat. You know what I mean? So the National Water and Sewage Authority advises consumers served by the Les Avocats water system that it has amended the valve regulation scheduled for the following communities effective Tuesday, September. So that was yesterday. It took effect. Laborie, St. Paul's, Mount Airy, Mondelez, the Bocas, Mount Panassa, Scranton, and Parade. Consumers, you are encouraged to review the schedule provided and make all necessary preparations to facilitate water storage. The authority reminds the general public of the continued calls to have water stored for at least 3 days, representing 35 gallons of water per person per day. Consumers, you are advised that the information provided is based on the current water levels and it is expected to change without prior notice, depending on the availability of the supply. The authorities say that they will continue to monitor all water systems and their capacity to meet demand and will keep affected communities and areas fully aware of their supply status and information as the information becomes available. Now, we would like to share that schedule with you. It may be hard to see for some people based on the size of your screen, so I will just go through that with you. So, the areas affected: Laborie, daytime to nighttime supplies available daily, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right, your supply is available daily, Monday and Friday, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday and Friday, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Upper St. Paul's from the Greens, Mount Airy and Mondelez, Tuesday, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, Holder Hill, Lower St. Paul's and so on, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Thursday. The Bocas, Mount Parnassus, Creighton and Parade, Wednesday, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Montgelou and Richmond Hill, daily, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Beirut, Minaka, Windsor Forest, Apsley, Pedmota, Laura, Belle Plaine, daily, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right. Please be guided accordingly. You can also check out Nawasa's Facebook page where you can find more information on this. We're moving on. How are we looking for the time? All is set, they say, and ready to go as the organizers of the Western Basketball Championship express hope for a successful 2019 tournament. It's due to begin on Saturday, 21st September at 6:30 in the evening at the Guelph Hardcourt. 6 teams are down to compete. And here at Guelph itself, they have Soul Rebels, they have Knockers, and Showtime from Victoria Trojans and St. Mark Stars, and River Sally Sixers from Sauters St. Patrick. Over $6,000 in cash and other prizes are at stake. I'll give the competition more money, no dog. I'll must go and sponsor them thing. You know what I mean? When young men in the community taking some time to do something constructive, you know what I mean? Sponsor them people basketball. You know what I mean? Don't watch. Yeah, anyway, let's leave that topic. Yeah, so earlier, the National Democratic Congress, NDC, boy, they are having another in their series of protest action against what they call is corruption. CORRUPTION. That will be, I see it says that Escuma Store may be in front Escuma Store in Grenville. Because I don't imagine you want to go and build out this store, take out all them like a fridge and transformer and thing like that to have a meeting. So maybe it's in front Escuma Store in Grenville, St. Andrew. Friday, 13th September, they say it's going to be at 12 noon. You understand? They say they want to address all the thing about corruption. Corruption in any other name is corruption. You know, they had one the other day and anyway, let me that talk. Hey, although I hear from Tevin, boy. My dog Tevin here, big up Tevin, you know what I mean? I mean, so watch, don't get all upset, mix up in me, and you know what I mean? I just tell him how it is and thing, and the place is the world is a better place for all of us, you know what I mean? Man, give me like a message this morning and thing like that, you know what I mean? Big up, yeah, we know. Anyway, let me that talk. Oh, yeah. The next thing that we want, boy, fire for you. Okay, let's get serious now. Okay, police, they are investigating a grim discovery, boy, in big up G, yeah, G give me talk in Fort Judy, boy. You understand? A body was discovered this afternoon in the area. Now, just before coming on the program, they were still conducting investigation. You know, so it's really early. So you see, I don't want to get into anything, so I just letting you know that the body of a male was discovered. I mean, there are people who are calling names on thing on Facebook and thing, but I don't have that information, so I can't say that. You understand? So what exactly happened, what state the body was in, whether or not it is a case of natural death or whatever the case is, we do not have such information as yet. I do have one of our sources working on that for us. I don't know if you'll get more information before the night ends, but I was promised an update as soon as one is available. But police has confirmed that a body was discovered, body of a male in that in Fort Judy. All right, so we are going to continue as we usually will do to seek information on this discovery and tell you more about it. Also, police in Grenada are investigating a report of piracy in Grenada waters. Piracy, not necessarily, not taking people music. I'm talking about robbery and stuff on the high seas. You understand? So they are currently looking into that. Now, according to reports being circulated, they say that a 4-man crew on board a P.T. Motnick registered vessel was robbed by Spanish-speaking intruders on Monday. They say it happened at the north of the island. According to reports, which we were not able to independently confirm, cell phone, food, and other supplies were taken away at gunpoint. We understand that some of the victims are currently helping the police put the pieces together. They say it was Jed. Things like they have never seen before, because we are not used to that kind of business. I mean, somebody hit you, your pelt out to punch and then kind of business. We are accustomed with that kind of business. So they are saying for the victims of this whole incident, they're traumatized. In Grenada waters, in the dog, they say it's Spanish-speaking people. Gunpoint landing. We do not have any information about whether or not there were injuries and stuff like that. I guess as much if there were, we probably would have heard so by now. So probably it was just a case according to the report that was made. Maybe it was just, if it's happened, that's how it's reported, maybe just a case of, them robbing them people and them, taking away their supplies and things like that, and then rolling. So, I don't know, no boy. That one tight, boy. So, we are going to continue to monitor that one again. You understand? And once we have more information, we will tell you about it too. This, again, is a developing story. Speaking of developing story, people, another thing that we have to tell you about, boy, last night we started telling you about them government and them having serious issues with an area that is marked to become a marine protected area within their fishing zone. So it continues. We were able to get word from project officials, and so we're going to talk about it in a moment. According to the fishermen, their livelihood is under serious threat as steps are being made to mark a main area in which they do the fishing, they ply their trade, is set to be the site for a marine protected area, to become a marine protected area. Last night you would have heard the plight of some of them fishermen. So tonight we have an official, Mr. Orlando Harvey. Mr. Orlando Harvey. And he's the coordinator of the Marine Protected Area with the Fisheries Division. Or areas, not just this particular area, but areas in general, with the Fisheries Division. He said that the fishermen were part of the process. He said they were part of the process, and the move is to ensure the sustainability of their livelihood just the same. That's what the man said.
Approximately a year ago, a little over a year ago, the Grenada Community Development Agency, in conjunction with the Fisheries Division and the Goa Fishermen Cooperative Society Limited, got a 5Cs funded project to a larger project to work towards the establishment of a marine protected area of the community of Guav. And that project was stemmed from concerns raised by the fishers themselves, indicating that they would like to see some protection for the resources of their community. So we, at the Fisheries Division, partnered with Grencoda and the fishermen of Guav to start some work to have the MPA created. One of the components of that larger project was the Coral Reef Restoration Project, which is one component is the BioRock project. So as part of the consultations, we met with the fishers, we met with the community, and we decided on where would be the best place to put the BioRock structures. During those consultations, none of the fishermen, including the ones that are raising the concern now, indicated that that was an area that we shouldn't put it. So we had no indication from them that it would have interrupted their seeing activities or anything like that. So we went ahead and installed those structures over a year ago. Since then, they've been seeing in other areas and all those things. Fast forward a year now to approximately 2 weeks ago, I guess the structure started attracting fish, which is something that we expected would have happened. And the same fishers felt that they want to go in and capture the fish in that same area. In the process of catching the fish, either one or multiple of those seines would have come in contact with the structures and broke off some of the coral. Quite a bit of the coral, to be quite honest. So we went in there we got a report that the seines were operating there. So we went in to do an assessment to see what status of the corals and stuff. We noticed that maybe 40 to 50% of the corals that was planted and have been growing for a year have broken off and were on the ground. Some of them, quite a bit of them, actually started dying. So we spoke to a couple of the fishers trying to find out if they were aware of the BioRock, and a lot of them said, yeah, they saw it there, they know it's there, and but they have to catch the fish. So we expressed to them, no, that that's not an area that they could see, and they could just wait for the fish to move off the actual structures themselves into the sandy areas, and then they could cast their nets there, as they have been doing for, some of them indicated, over 50 years. And it wouldn't be any problem at all, because they would be in the sandy area, the seine wouldn't break any corals, there wouldn't be any damage to the seine, there wouldn't be any damage to the corals. So that's what we had advised for them to do, but they've I guess expressed concern about the fact that we don't want them to seine in the area at all. So that's where we are.
All right. However, one of the fishermen said that while they are in support of a marine protected area, the area now earmarked is just not appropriate. They are saying that at the point when they were doing the demarcation and so on, that no one indicated that this is where this was going to go, this was where this is going to go. And so one of the fishermen are actually saying that they were misled.
Because we was misled by Mr. Baldio.
Misled?
Yes, he misled us by Mr. Baldio. Because he told us we come to organize the MPA. Okay? Say the voice of the fishermen have to be heard. So whatever we the fishermen say, you want to go by that. Right? Well, we agree and in the meeting, things will work out between we, the sane operators, and Mr. Baldi. Right? He live and he went behind way back and just start dropping markers on the area. That's area for their kids. That's the livelihood of St. John's.
Livelihood?
The livelihood of St. John's. It's only for the sane operators. Because right now, that's the only place Jack Solin. People in Grenville, St. George's, all about the place coming to get bait now to one fish. Because Jack's holding nowhere else. Right? He come and he drop a whole set of things in the water there. Which he said when he going to do it, he going to get with the same apparatus to come and show him the area to put it on for us. He went behind me back and he do what he want. Right? And then he say no, we're creating a problem. But then he that is the problem. Because right now, Janks are holding Norway. The ocean boats, they depending on right there now. Who are the bills to pay, the mortgage in the bank, the loan, whatever, thanks up there, they could make $1 to pay that thing. Right? We support the MPA 100%. But you have to listen to the cry of the same apparatus too, because that's the livelihood. We are the one to show you, well, okay, give us that area, leave all that area for us, and you will take that area, you know, so everything will be okay.
All right, so thank you very much. And so that's where we are with this. Jano. So, can I move on any program? Right, how are we looking for time? All right, so you see where this is going? Olio, what else we have to tell you? Well, Tevin just drew to my attention that the reporter in question, Kalistra, who they were talking about as being the victim of an incident involving a government senator and stuff like that. She has put up a public statement and so on. I just saw the comment by Tevin, and you know me, and I mean, you know, so I just rushed and I found a thing here on I'm not making it up. I just rushed and I found a little thing here. All right, you can't see the printing. So Tevin, you know, let's read. Dear friends and well wishers. So that has to do. This is Kalisha Faraya speaking. So let's just put it in context. Yesterday there were talks about she being assaulted by Senator Winston Garraway at the post-cabinet briefing, and a hip was broken, and Senator Garraway was going to be asked to resign. So I saw a thing on them this morning. But anyway, let's get to it. Dear friends and well-wishers, please no, forgive me. I wasn't able to read through it. I just saw the statement and I'm just going to go through it one time. Dear friends and well-wishers, please note that while there was an incident on Tuesday morning at around 11:05 at the Ministerial Complex Conference Room, some of the information that has been circulated is not accurate. I am not associated with the information contained in that post, which has been making the rounds and causing great worry for my well-being by hundreds who have seen it. The fact that the post spoke of the revocation of a senatorial appointment should have alerted people that this was not accurate. The practice is to reward those who seek to deny my rights to participate or to practice journalism, not to publish them. It goes on to say here that in fact I gave the 3 media interviews so far and addressed the issue on my morning program on morning program on Spice Capital. I'll listen in the morning. I don't charge up my battery. I'll listen to Kalistra. Right. Anyway, on Spice Capital Radio, I made it clear that my injuries are not in the realm of broken hip. No, the facts are that Dr. Clarice Cohen Modest was in the process of responding to a question from me when she was interrupted and instructed to not answer. She appeared taken aback by the instruction and inquired as to whether the individual was sure he did not wish her to give a response, also giving assurances that she was prepared and capable of responding. The question pertained to a chopping incident in her parliamentary district of St. Mark, and I was seeking an answer from her as the member of parliament for the area, her primary function to the people. Dr. Cohen continued to delay her exit from the room, appearing to want to offer a comment on this very serious incident in her constituency. She was... Would that picture come out? All right, there we go. It says here that she was ushered out the door and the doorway was blocked to prevent my exit. I was pushed and fell to the floor. While on the floor, I was subjected to deranged uttering about devils. The incident was witnessed by members of the Media Workers Association of Grenada executive, JS staff, GBN reporters who had their camera rolling, the parliamentary representative for St. Mark, and the parliamentary representative for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. While on the floor and in pain, I continued to hold my recorder up to capture all that was being said. I was threatened with reprisals if I reported on this incident. No local media house reported the incident in their Tuesday news cycle. I want to thank everyone who called and messaged to express solidarity and concern for my well-being. Well, Kalisha, you lie, because this is the only media house in Grenada, and we did speak of the incident last night. And like other media, and any responsible media house would know that if you do not have certain information, you don't bend to any pressure. You understand? You don't. For the sake of trying to satisfy. Yeah? Because in the process of doing that, you compromise yourself and can be reporting falsehoods. And you know that. But anyway, that doesn't speak to the incident. I'm just speaking about the fact that you're saying that no one reported on this, because when you put that out there, you are slanting your perspective and trying to make the media look in a particular way. Now, you can tell your story, but deliver it in a proper way. And I just have problems with you for that all the time. But anyway, this is your story. As told, let's see where this is going to go. I do not know what the truth is because I was not there. I guess that if you so feel aggrieved by this incident, do the thing that everyone would do. Go to the police, make a report, make sure that thing go to court, stick on them, make sure the whole thing don't delay until next year, and see if you can get justice for what has happened if you so feel aggrieved. All right? And that's it. Yeah? We're moving on. Well, fine. Yeah? Anyway, lady that talk. Lady that talk. They listen. We have more things to tell all you about, you know. Here's what we have. A man charged with sexually assaulting his wife with a broom and a dog. But luckily for us, that didn't happen here. This is an incident that happened in Trinidad and Tobago. This is a maxi taxi driver charged with beating his wife with a broomstick and a dog, and using it to sexually assault her. Huh? So you end up in court a 37-year-old, you know, charged with grievous sexual assault and assault by beating. But who you could beat? Who you could beat? You know what? I'm not even gonna listen. I'm not reporting on that no more. You know? Yes. Let we move on. What we are next? We have the weather coming up. We have our entertainment piece. Have a nice piece for all, you know. Have a nice piece for all here. So here's what. You know, I just take some quick break. Yeah, because I could afford. You know what I mean? I can't do anyway. Lady that talk. So let me take a quick break. Let me see what it says here. Just about 2 minutes. And you see, when I come back, we have our entertainment piece, and then we have the national report, and then we have the weather.
They're coming from near and far to blaze the gospel in song. Saturday, October 26th, Grenada National Stadium. Get ready to break every chain. Featuring for the first time in Grenada, Grammy award-winning gospel artist Tasha Cobbs. Live from Jamaica, the sensational Jermaine Edwards. And many more. Tickets on sale now at gotofet.com. Stay tuned to this station for more info.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Courts, bringing value home.
From the restaurant to your stomach fast.
It's my money.
It's my money.
It's my money, and I need it now.
Grenada, come get your money. Oh, and did I mention 2 cars? Get ready for the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo, where you can win 2 sleek Suzuki Swift sports cars plus $40,000 in cash. Wow. It's an event you don't want to miss. Sunday, October 6th at the National Stadium from 5 p.m. Get your tickets for only $60 for 1 or $100 for 2. Just imagine, on Sunday, October 6th, you can walk to the venue and drive away in a Suzuki Swift sports car plus $40,000 in cash at the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Sponsored by Carrot, Glenelg, Mikey Live, GoToVet.com, and Waggity Rentals and Sound Company.
That's my car.
Yeah, that's right. And folks, tonight we are ready for our entertainment piece. Now, folks, this is a new addition to our Mikey Live program, and you can always look forward to Deno, Outer Range, Mason, Temptress, Ado Have. It's the official music video. We are showing you this. This video was published on July 26th, 2019. It has been able to gather just about 50,000 since. This was one of the songs a meme was taken out of and was circulated and received. I don't know. It was accepted, the meme. In fact, I think after the meme was published, that is how many people knew about the song. This, folks, is our entertainment piece for today.
I'm jumping around the tongue. I go jump around. I end up in the pan. Wine with the chop chop man. I see chop for some oil. Your body chop go ball. Yeah, your body chop go ball. I don't have. The chop chop go have. The
All right, folks, so we are ready for our segment of the program. And following the national report,
Grenada hosts training in anti-money laundering processes for stakeholders ahead of upcoming mutual evaluation review. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, September 11th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Stakeholders in the public and private sectors are this week receiving training in anti-money laundering and countering terrorist financing processes in preparation for Grenada's mutual evaluation review next year. The 3-day training is intended to foster greater understanding of the technical issues associated with the mutual evaluation, as well as to develop a structure to adequately facilitate the on-site peer review. The evaluation itself, scheduled for June 2020, will determine Grenada's technical and legislative compliance and effectiveness with the FATF's 40 recommendations, which focus on anti-money laundering, countering the financing of terrorism, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Delivering remarks on day one of the training session on Wednesday, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance and National Security, Dr. The Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, said Grenada is committed to ensuring adherence to international standards to combat money laundering and terrorist financing.
Throughout the years, Grenada has made significant strides in ensuring that the legislative regime is robust, current and in keeping with international standards, and serves adequately as a primary tool in the fight against these crimes.
The Prime Minister cited the passage of various pieces of legislation as also being indicative of government's commitment to anti-money laundering. He spoke too of the recent establishment of the operational component of the AML-CTF Commission, facilitating the execution of some functions such as inspections. Dr. Mitchell applauded the efforts of the lead agencies and stakeholders for their ongoing role in anti-money laundering initiatives and protecting the reputation of the country.
I thank you all on behalf of the government and people of Grenada for your valuable contribution to protecting the reputation of this country. The country's reputation is enhanced, your businesses are also enhanced. We say thank you also to the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force for the technical support provided over the years. We could not be here where we are today without your valuable support. We also continue to demonstrate our commitment to regional and international initiatives spearheaded by the CFATF. And we continuously honor our financial commitment by way of annual subvention to this organization.
The Prime Minister and Minister for National Security singled out the Royal Grenada Police Force for its strong adherence to laws, policies and procedures that protect the country against criminal elements. He also recognized the critical technical support provided by the CFATF over the years and gave assurances of Grenada's ongoing commitment to the agency. The AML-CTF pre-assessment training is organized by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force, the CFATF, in collaboration with the Anti-Money Laundering and Combating Terrorist Financing Commission. The 3-day training is funded by the 11th European Development Fund. Chairman of the Anti-Money Laundering Commission, Attorney General Darshan Ramdani, says Grenada is ensuring that the legislative framework is in place to satisfy all requirements and commitments under the Financial Action Task Force. He was addressing a 3-day training in anti-money laundering processes for stakeholders at the National Stadium on Wednesday.
We are in the process. Mr. Peer has met with me several times. Well, we've had discussions several times, and he's met with me in relation to a number of amendments which are being considered in relation to the legislative framework that we have here in Grenada. And I understand some submissions are being prepared eventually that will be taken to Cabinet for approval for crucial amendments to be made so that we can satisfy our international obligations under the FATF.
One of the facilitators, Hector Salinas of the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force Secretariat, says the objective of the pre-assessment training is to demonstrate how the process will be executed in Grenada.
The objective of these evaluations is to is about two things practically. It is about to diagnose and about improvement. So what do we mean by diagnosing, or what I mean by diagnosing? Well, the assessments or mutual evaluations are aimed at highlighting risks. That is, what are the areas where you have most problems? What are your threats? What are your vulnerabilities? And which are the greatest ones? The evaluation is going to identify those areas in which you have greater risks. Besides, the evaluation as a diagnose is going to tell you what are the areas in which you have the biggest problems. So we can make policymakers recommendations about how to improve, how to strengthen your system.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight, candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. You hear? Prepare for hurricane.
Continuing the news, the contractor hired to remodel the Clico building on Young Street to house the civil and criminal courts says they are pressing ahead to ensure the work is completed in time for the September 21st deadline. Mr. Sheldon Frederick, project manager of Sunrise Construction, says work on the first floor is about 95% complete.
About 90% of the painting finish. We have to do some installation of the doors and stuff. So basically in my view, we are about 95% complete on the first floor, basically. So yeah, that's about it. And after the initial process is finished in terms of the structural part of it, then we have to just install some of the furnitures and some of the things just to make it complete.
The first floor will house the 2 civil courts, judges' chambers, and a public waiting area. The upper floor will house 2 criminal courts, judges' chambers, and jury rooms. The building will also have a witness room and holding cells. Legal Affairs Minister, the Honourable Kendra Maturin Stewart, is happy with the pace of work. She provided an update on the progress of work during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing.
During that site visit, some changes were proposed, some amendments were made to the initial layout and designs. Yesterday, again, along with myself and Minister Garvey, we met and we visited the site again and to get a further update as to where we are, bearing in mind the timeline that we are in fact working with. I must say that I am indeed very pleased and happy with the pace of progress that has been taking place at that particular space. One of the floor is almost complete, and I'm advised that about 80 to 85% of the work needed to be done there is almost complete. As indicated, once there is a change to the stated timeline that we would have provided to you previously, that will be so communicated.
As part of the Ministry of Trade's mandate, fisherfolk and boat owners from parishes island-wide are benefiting from the Fishermen and Boat Owners Workshop. The workshop, which began on Wednesday, targeted those from St. George's, embracing areas like small business development, management skills, entrepreneurship, and financial record keeping. The workshop was organized by the Ministry of Trade, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs, partnering with the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mr. Aaron Francois, says participants will be taught best practices that should be applied to effectively run a small business in the fisheries sector.
The fisheries sector, as I said, is well known. You know, I see, where I sit from my office, I see the many trawlers and so on out on the canals there. And I know a lot of those guys and them are making money. This workshop today is to help you, yes, to get some of the skills to help you to better manage your business, to better manage your resources, to make better decisions concerning expenditure, income, if you want to pursue loans, how to make good decisions when it comes to that. How to run your business profitably.
Mr. Orlando Harvey, Marine Protected Area Biologist, says while the fishing industry is profitable, there have been some obstacles to greater profitability.
The fisheries sector continues to be one of the most lucrative industries and subsectors here in Grenada. However, the general lack of management of those resources that have been generated from the sector has prevented the sector from shining in the way it should have. And this is primarily because a lot of the boat owners and fishers don't look at what they do, their fishing operations, as a full-fledged business in the way it actually is. So the time has come for us now to change those perceptions in the mind of the fishing community and the general public, and try to make the fishing industry and fishing, the general fishing, into the businesses that they actually are.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
All right, thank you very much, Leslie Ann Johnson. And we move right over to the weather. And what we can see here is the weather. We are expecting a few showers this evening, nothing too much to talk about. Minimum temperature for tonight, 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times, and seas slight, waves up to 4 feet in open waters. Taking a look at the weather for tomorrow, God's willing, sun is expected to rise at around 5:57 a.m. and set at 6:12 p.m. The weather is expected to be mostly fair in the daytime, becoming partly cloudy by evening with light, isolated showers. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is expected to be at about 32 degrees Celsius and low at 25 degrees Celsius. Winds are easterly to southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight, waves up to 4 feet in open waters. And that's your weather report. And folks, we want to thank everyone who's logged into the program, all the regular viewers, my sister Lintona, good night to you, Showman, Ezra, Hazel, Eunice, Ala, Shireen, Kirina, and all the regular people who's usually in the program, Rachel and Doria and Dora and Eugenia, everybody. We want to say thank you for viewing the program, and we are going to have another interesting program for you guys tomorrow, God's willing. We have run out of time. Khadija and John and Ernesto and Naomi, Shomin, everyone, thank you for watching. We have run out of time. We'll be back tomorrow, God's willing, with another program for you guys. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say ja! No. Good night, everyone. Mom, good night to you. And everyone who I didn't mention, good night to you. And to the viewers on WPG10, thank you for watching.